So today I'm going to show you how to wrap an object with wire to create a pendant. So like this one, for example, is a piece of sea glass, but you could use any object really, maybe a crystal, a stone, or I'm going to be experimenting with one of these art glass pieces that I made a couple of years ago. So the first thing you want to do is get your wire. I'm using 26 gauge wire, and depending on the size of your pendant, you probably want 2 pieces of wire, roughly about 40 to 50 centimeters in length. So what I'm doing is just doubling them over, like that. Let me get my wire cutters, cut that one off. Okay. So what you want to do now is find the middle part of your 2 pieces of wire. So I'm just folding them together, making a little kink in the middle to mark that spot, opening it back up again. And what we're going to do now is just twist those 2 pieces of wire together, probably about 5 or 6 times. So it's going to be roughly about a centimetre long until you get something that looks like this. Okay. So I've got my piece of wire here that I've just placed on the side of my piece of glass, and what I'm going to do is start at the end here, the pointy bit, and these 2 pieces of wire, I'm going to do exactly the same thing I just did before, and I'm going to twist them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and fold them so that they run along the side there, exactly the same as on the opposite side. What's going to happen now is we're going to get 1 piece of wire from each side. So one from the left side and one from the right side. We're going to twist them together as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and try and get your twist so that it's in the middle of your object there. So what we're doing is essentially making a cage that we're capturing our object inside. I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to get those 2 pieces of wire roughly in the middle and twist together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Alright, now it's starting to come together. At this point it really depends on how big your object is, so we probably want to keep doing a bit more wire wrapping here. So there's a bit of a pattern happening here. So first we did the wire parts on the side, then we did the wire in the middle, and now we're going to go back to the sides again. And the other side again. Twist it as tight as it'll go. Okay, now we're starting to get there. Almost at the top. I might just do one more in the middle. Join these 2 together. Now that we've wrapped our pendant in wire, what we're going to do is create the little loop up the top that we can use to hang our chain from. So to do that I'm going to use something like a paintbrush, or you can use a pen, anything that's got that round shape that you can basically wrap your wire around. Now at this point you can just go straight away and just start wrapping your wire around. Personally I like to make it look a little bit neater by actually twisting both pieces of wire together first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do now is put my pen in place, and I'm going to get my longer piece of wire there and just wrap that around my pen twice. So once you've done that, get that excess wire and wrap that around the base. that in so it's nice and neat. You can remove the pen just really gently. Okay, and then this excess wire, what you can do is just keep wrapping that around. As much as it'll go. Use your pliers if you need to. Okay, and we're almost done. The only other thing to do now is just get your pliers and make some little kinks in your wire there, and what that does, it just tightens the cage that little bit more to make sure that your object is not going anywhere. And it tends to add quite a nice decorative effect as well, I think. Okay, and there you have a wire wrap piece of glass.